Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and I am back with a recap of my Christmas 2025 craft fair. I will have another one coming up in December. So this one was what? November 22nd? Yes. And then my next one is December 9th. It's at a different location, a smaller location. So it will be really interesting to see how I do with that one, because I do feel strongly that wherever your craft fairs are, you have to kind of adjust to what the potential customer base could be, the traffic flow, etc. So this one that I was at an established craft show. It is a holiday bazaar at a middle school. I don't know why I can't talk today, but at a middle school, and I want to say this was like their 23rd year of doing it. So, you know, a lot of people know about it, where the one I'm doing in December, I don't know if they've ever done one. It's at a retirement, like assisted living place, and there's only like 26, I think 26 vendors. So, I mean, you'll see, I don't know if there's going to be traffic. So I'm hoping on that one that I'll be able to sell some things to the people that work there and the people that live there. So I'll have to adjust. Oh, also, because I only get one table there. They only have room for one table, but they're giving me an 8-foot table, which also now I just realized I do not have a tablecloth for an 8-foot table. And I have to have a tablecloth, because what if their table is janky and nasty? I can't have that. So yeah, I'll figure that out. But for this one, we're going to go through some of the details. I give you guys, if you watched my craft fair recap from last year, which I will try to remember to link in the description box below, but I have my playlist with all my different craft fair things. And I give just honest opinion, good, bad. You know, if I do horrible, I let you guys know. There's no shame here. I always say every craft show, market, what have you, is different. And I have friends that I've talked to where they did one weekend and it was amazing, and then they had the same stuff the next weekend and it was horrible. So it's hit or miss, hit or miss. So we're going to go through some of the things that I had at the craft fair. You guys have seen, I did a mock-up video. I did a video at the actual craft fair, so you guys can kind of see my setup. And I'm going to go through all the stuff. And I'm also go through the do as I say, not as I do things. Because I am definitely not like perfect when it comes to like craft fairs. Okay. But I'm great at retail and knowing what works, but I just don't always get it accomplished. Okay, so first we're just going to start with some of these things. So I tried these. These are the pencil packs, and I think I had 20, it was either 24 or 26 packs. Excuse me. Oh my goodness gracious. Ooh, here comes that yawning. Who's yawning with me? So I want to say it was 26, and I was selling them for $1. And I did get this idea from Amber from Lyric Lovers Craft, and I had, you know, a bunch of these pencils, so I just put them together. Didn't sell any. I had them on sale for $1, but I think for mine it was the position. It was in the back corner of my table. So that could be it. And I'm just going to throw out there, and I'll mention it a few times in this video just so you guys can remember. If things aren't moving, move them around on your table throughout the day to see if it's position that makes it so people, like, if they can't see it or if they're not like flocking towards it, what have you. These, and I have a few more that I've cut up. I just haven't like packaged them, but this literally is just the 12 by 12 sheet, tag sheet. I have extras. I just cut them all up. I put them in a bag with some string. Some of them had different string. And I just sold these for $1 or had them on my table for $1. I didn't have all of mine, just a handful, or well, just this and one other. I sold one. So $1 for that. And then, and I'll tell you guys at the end, the total. I always give like the total. The last craft show that I did in October, I did not do a full recap. I told you guys about it, but it was a bust. We had everything from bad, like a storm was coming through. People lost power that day. It being like the last weekend before Halloween where people were doing their parties. All the things. So I didn't even bother recapping. I just told you guys it was a bust because I didn't even make back my $35 fee for that one. So it was all the things. These are gift card holders. And so I had these on there and I sold a few. What did I do with these? Let me see. I can't find it. Oh, I sold 3 of these. So in my table, I have it as $3 each. Thank you. $3 each, or 2 for $5, and people can mix and match their stocking stuffers. My husband just brought me a little smoothie. He makes a smoothie every night, and so he brought it up. He's so nice. Okay, let me take a sip. Maybe I'll wake up. Okay, it's so good. Okay, so I have a bunch of things that are listed as $3 each or 2 for $5, and they can mix and match, which quite a few people mixed and matched, which I don't know if that's like a tip you might want to try. And it doesn't have to be that price. It could be other stuff. But I do think it's helpful to have like a price point people can mix and match. So I did sell 3 of the 14 that I had. And then next we have, grab these. I'm not going to grab all of them, just some. Oh, wait. Okay, I did this wrong. Hold, please. Okay, now I got to look at this again. Hold on. Just 1 second. Okay, I think I have 9. So I had this style fingernail file and this style. And I sold in total, let me see, I had 15, let's see, where's it at? Yes. Why can't I see? No, I had 25 total and I sold 11. So just so you know of the different ones here, I want to say I sold ticks. 6, you guys, I can't talk. 6 of the dressed, the KS Craft dress die set. And then, what is that? 5? Nope. 6. No, yes, 5. Because I sold a total of 11, Tiffany. Get it out. Total of 11. I sold 5 of this style, 6 of this style here. Just nice and simple. I do love the die. I think it's really cute. And I haven't posted my tutorial yet. I have a tutorial for how to do both of this style with no dies, none of that. But I do think this is way faster, this style that I have here that I did. But there you go. And these were part of the 2 for. So either $3 each or 2 for $5. And then next we have, I'm just going like bin by bin. Okay. Oh, let me first just kind of tell you the ones that I sold nothing. Let's just get that out of the way. The sock ornament, I did not sell any of the sock ornament. You guys can't see it, but this is a Cheetos. And again, I think this was placement, and because it was a busy day. I had a lot of people come to just say hi to me, so I was doing a lot of talking and visiting, where my friend Val was actually running my store. I call it my store. It's cute. And she was, doing all the selling, the cashiering, until she needed me to come, with the Apple Card or the Square apple square. And so I didn't think about it until later, but I should have moved these up front. But these were also in a back corner. But these were on sale for $5. And so I think it was location for mine. I did have somebody in one of the comments, I totally forgot who it was, but she had sold some at hers, and she actually put a lip balm inside hers. And oh, she said she did kids sock sizes, so there's a little bit more room, and put a lip balm in there. Then also Suggestive sold it where, you know, she told the customer that to, you know, to wrap a dollar bill or $5 bill around the lip balm, and how cute of a gift that would be. And I want to say she sold quite a few of them. I don't know how much she was charging for hers, but there was that. The hand sanitizer gift set, I did not sell any of those. But now, mind you, I did not have time to go and do a cute little tag saying what was included in the bag, nor did I have the time, because I was talking with so many people to make sure everyone, you know, people knew what everything was. So that's a do not do like me. And make sure you have things labeled with what the contents are. And then the strawberry shortcake, I did not sell any. The Wicked, I sold nothing until I want to say like the last 2 hours. I was like, okay, no. I moved it forward because I was selling down on the candy boxes. I moved it to the very front on the top shelf. If you looked at my setup, you would know what I'm talking about, but I have a collapsible shelving unit that I put at the front of the entry going into my booth. And right away I sold 2 of those, and I was selling them for $18, and the big heavy duty one is $20. And let me show you. I moved up with that. I created a whole like Wicked section. So I sold, the Poke Tools are in here, but I didn't sell any of the Poke Tools. But I did sell 3 or 4 of the pins, I think it was. Yeah, 4 beaded pins, and I had these at $5, so I brought these up front with the Wicked bags, and right away you heard like little girls go, "Mom, Wicked!" And so, you know, they got a couple things. So I actually had sold, I sold one of these, I sold this one, and I sold this one that I had. I came home and I made 2, well, not 2 more. I made these 3 because they were sold out. So I wanted to just, you know, complete the set again. But I didn't have the cute, this was a pink bow on the original one that I sold, but I am out of, like, I have to order more bows for my beads. But yes, so I sold 4 beaded pins. I sold, it might be 2, but it for sure was 1 Poke Tool at $15. And I also sold a charm dangle at $10. It was to a family member that came to see me, so I gave her a little discount. So there is that. Let me set that over there. I did not sell any of these, which are so cute, and I'm okay that they didn't sell. But I didn't sell any of these little planner sets. Hopefully I will sell them at the next one, and I might have to, I don't know, I think some stuff, instead of it being in a bin like this, you have to have some things out. Just, you know, I had one out to show them what was on the inside. So it was like open like this with the pin, which now I don't know where the pin is. But I think I need to have like more, like maybe I'll fan them out. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to roll with it and see. Because the only thing with these will be the calendar portion that starts in January. So if I don't sell those, that's boo-boo. And I'll just have to take that calendar out, which is fine. And then do it again, you know, next time. Okay. Then let me look at my list, because I did not bring everything up here to show. So, okay, I think we have that. Oh, we're doing pretty good. Okay, so Hershey Nugget packs. which you guys know, I don't know why, but I just love them. I just think they're so stinking cute. I have some like wedding ones in here because these aren't expired for quite a while. Because again, I check expiration dates on the chocolate. I did sell, I don't remember, like, I mean, I kind of do. Oh, and there might be some things that my number is off because, like I said, my friend was ringing things up because I mean, sometimes I wasn't even in the booth. So for the nuggets, again, these were $3 each, or the 2 for. I sold, I think it's 9. Yes, I sold 9 out of the 25 that I had. And I did sell, I want to say it was 3 of the Seahawks, 3 of this like Hobby Lobby brand, and 2, and I think 2 of each of these. What was that? 3, 6. So, oh no, 2 and 1, because the other one right here. So, and it was really fun and interesting because there was actually quite a few gentlemen coming in and buying some things up. So I loved that. I had my paper products. I did put a few out, and I did have, which he is just so sweet. So this gentleman who I call Weekend at Bernie's because he looks like the guy from Weekend at Bernie's. He came to my sale, not this year, but last year, the summer one, and bought a whole bunch of my paper products, like the little gift boxes and some little like card folio type things. And then he came back, which is so sweet and so nice to have a repeat customer. He came back to that same sale this summer, but I was closing up. It was closing time, so I'd already packed away a lot of stuff. And he came and found me at this one. It was so nice. I did tell him I was going to be at this one, and he came, and I spot him right away because he just sneaks in. He's very quiet. I'm pretty sure he told me his name's Jerry, but very sweet. And he takes his time, you guys. If you could, like, the appreciation to look at my paper products. He is so gentle with them. He looks at everything. And he bought like one of these. I had one of these Uniquely Creatives, the Christmas version. And I could tell now that he likes the shabby chicy pinky stuff because the stuff he bought before was Prima. And yes, I'm rambling, and that's okay. But he bought that. He bought some cards. So the cards, I don't know how many, because I have so many cards. I'm not doing an inventory on my cards. But I have a ton of cards, and I sell those at, get this, I sell them at $3 each, or you can get 10 for 10, or 2 for 10. You guys, I did it again, where I had a sign on one of the boxes of cards that said $3 each, or 2 for 10. I don't know why we keep doing it, but I guess we really want to make sure you pay extra if you buy more. The person who showed me, it was just funny. We were all laughing. It's hilarious. But yeah, so he was the only one. Well, no, not the only one. 2 people bought paper products. I have a family friend who brought her mother, and she came. And she wanted this to put 2 ornaments in, or like 2 of these to put 2 ornaments, but she wanted it in different paper. So I'm going to make that for her this coming up weekend. So I did do this for $5 each. So I tell you, sometimes like the containers, the boxes, the bags, you know, you're not going to always sell them, of course, but there are some people who do appreciate it and like it. Okay, so let's look. So some things I don't have in here. My sister did some diamond dot bookmark. It's like a square bookmark with diamond dots on it. She sold 3 of her 5. They were $5 each. She sold a coaster set that she did diamond dotting. And actually, I wasn't thinking when I said the price. I said $10. The thing cost her $10. So I gave her $20 for it. And then she did some diamond dot magnets, and she sold one of those. It was, I think, a bumblebee magnet. Very cute. Okay. Then let's see, getting to the Post-its. Just making sure I am getting everything else on here. Oh, I had lip balm. That I didn't sell one lip balm, which was very interesting. Where last time I sold a lot of lip balms. But yeah, I didn't sell any this time. So we'll see. We will see. And you guys, I do believe less is more. Like if you can make 30 of these and not have 10 different things, you know, to this 30, I do feel like it's can get a little overwhelming, but I have a problem where I like to try to have something for everybody. So yeah, there's that. But I do feel like the more simple your setup can be with clear, precise signing, which mine is not, and the contents of everything, mine did not. So do as I say and not as I do. Okay, and then these were a great seller. So it's all poo that is left. I had 5 poo and I have 4 left. That is it of these. And how many did it make? 15? I made 15 of these. So the Seahawks ones went. I had some floral patterned ones and then a few Christmas patterned ones. And those all went. So again, these were part of the 2 for $5 or $3 each. But for the most part, people did the mix and match 2 for $5. And again, if you want to try doing a higher price point, go ahead. Oh, and let me show you. I left this one like this for a reason. And I probably on the next ones I would do is round the corners because over time your corners get, you know, like dog-eared. I did not put these in a package. Again, I felt like they were going to go so fast. I didn't. And plus, I didn't have time. You can package them up if you want to. But I would round the corners. But now here, like this happened with this one and one other one, as well as a couple with my mini Post-it wallets. And I should say sticky notes, but just Post-it just comes out. So I would really test. I mean, there is a reason why there is Post-it notes, because it's great quality. It will not like come off, but I would just put like a little tape runner just on the back just to make sure it does stick down like over time. Now, some of this is just because of people, you know, when you're opening it, you kind of are pushing it back and forth and you loosen it up a little bit, but just wanted to tell you guys that. But this was a good seller, was that. And then the mini wallets, where are they? Where is it? Oh, we're here. I need to take another sip. Hold on. Oranges and banana. Okay. So these I had in 2 of these bins. So just so you guys can see, this was a great seller. Just for $1. Again, I got this from Crafting with Paula. And just an easy like scrap busting thing. Remember with craft fair stuff, it doesn't have to be for a craft fair. These are just gift ideas if you want to like bundle things up and give things as a gift. I've seen a lot of comments where people are using these tips and tutorials to do things for their employees, for their crafty friends, what have you. But I did sell, how many of those did you sell, Tiffany? I sold, oh, I think I said, I don't know what I said, but I sold 11 of these. I think I said 9, but I sold 11, and then I sold 9 of these out of, is that right? I don't think that's right. I don't think it's 9. I had 62 total. Maybe it is. I don't know. But if you haven't seen on, like Carolina showed on her Instagram, she put some in her Etsy after her craft fair. She just bundled up 4. Like this would be a cute little bundle here. Bundled up 4 and then is selling them like that. So that's an option too. If you want to do that for your craft fair, you could do that. But I just like having sometimes people just like to feel like they're spending and doing stuff, but not having to spend a lot of money. So just to get, you know, a couple things under, you know, like really cheap, just for a stocking. Okay, so we showed that. I think we're getting down to the #1 seller here. Let me just double check. Do, 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 do. Okay, I think we've gone through everything. Diamond dot, yep. Okay, so, where is, it is right behind me. I thought I brought in the underwear pack. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is crazy in here. Okay, well, I thought I brought it in, but I don't see it. But I did sell one of the underwear packs, and I told you guys in that video. So I am going to make a couple more just to see, and I got some different sizes. And I sold that underwear candy pack for $10. It was the big chew. Okay, then for, oh, you guys have been asking. This was by far the #1 seller for volume, for dollar-wise. I had 41, and again, that number could be off a little bit because I did at the end add in a few more, and I didn't write it down, so I don't really know. But I sold roughly, because my number might be off, 15 to 17 of these, but it basically was like $175 to $200 worth of the socks and candy boxes. And I sold, I don't have any in here, but I sold the ones that have just the sock and the candy for $10. And then if they had anything extra, so even like this one, it has an extra candy and extra like item like the lip balm, or like this one has the bath bomb in here. This one has the pen and the lip balm here. I sold for $13. I don't know if that was like too cheap or not, but I felt good about it. Again, I just kind of wanted to recoup some of my money of buying all this stuff, which I did really good. So that was the #1 seller. And tips on this. Okay, so one, let me just show you. I brought these in specifically to show you guys. I put mine on like my collapsible shelving up at the very front. So it was the first thing people saw as they walked by. And I had them in like bins like this because I feel like sitting them down, you don't get the cuteness. They need to be standing up. And I did put a couple on display on the top shelf. But as I was standing them up, some things were falling. So you could see some things are falling. So I'm going to go back. I went back and fixed this one because I don't like that. I like my presentation to be good and I want it to hold up. I'm just a stickler about that. So I did mine. I took this out, did a little bit different. I took my tape runner just on one side, put it down, put my tissue. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the tissue paper because I feel like that's an extra unneeded step. I was just doing it trying to fill in some of the color. But I did my glue or my tape runner so my tissue would stick to the box. That was one. Then before I put shred down, I took this all out. I put a good, what is it? I think it's like extra strength glue dot. I don't know what my glue dot thing is, but I think it's extra strength. Let me look. Oh, yep. Advanced strength. So it has it on there right there. This Band-Aid. You guys, like literally all I'm doing is covering my nubbin. I have not like decided if I want to put acrylic back on that fingernail, and it's a little nubby right now. So squirrel. Advanced strength glue dots. I put it on the back of the gum, stuck the gum down. I put it on the back of my chapstick or my lip balm, stuck it down. I did not do the pen, but then I took the glue runner again and just put some glue runner on the tissue. You have to be careful so you don't rip the tissue. That's why I feel like I might not do the tissue paper, but I did that so that my shred will stick to the glue runner, the tape runner. So this, I had this up like all night just to see nothing was falling. I kind of tucked my pen into the sock so it kind of stopped it from going down. And you might decide you want to do like the tissue paper instead of the shred to stop things from moving too, but that's just me. I know I'm very OC and anal about that, but it's just what I did for 1,000 years for work. So presentation to me is a big thing. So there is that. Now I've seen different things. So someone said that they had it in a craft fair. They did it like last weekend and nothing sold. No one even looked at it. I had another person who said she tested out. I think she brought 2 to her craft fair. Grandmother bought them and wanted more, but she didn't have more. So you guys, it's all hit or miss with craft shows. That's the only thing I could say. Hit or miss. You just never know. But what I will say is, one, move things around. That's number one. My friend Val is like, she literally would be like asking me, why are you still moving stuff? We're about to pack up soon. I was like, I can't stop. Like, that's what I do. If it's not selling, I'm moving it. I'm going to keep moving the whole time. See if I can catch people's eyes. And The Wicked is a great example of once moving it from a beautiful setup on the table to the front on the shelving up top. Right away, I sold stuff. So if you did that throughout the day, like just moving something that's not selling, moving it into a front position just to see, what does it hurt? What does it hurt? Test it out. And with the candy boxes, because I had those shelves that were 3 or 4 tiered? 4 tiered. Whose eyeballs do you think were right at that level of the candy boxes? Yeah, kids. So I kept hearing the kids come, Mom, look, Mom, look, Mom. I was like, yeah, gotcha with the kids. But also something, and again, that's just part of me wanting to be inclusive with things. I felt bad. I didn't, say anything, but I heard a little boy say, I can't have that. I can't have that. I can't have that. I'm assuming it's probably for like diabetes or something, or maybe they just can't have candy. I don't know. So it would be cute to have a couple things made up that don't have any candy in them, if you're able to. I'm just throwing that out there just because my heart breaks when a child, wants some fun socks and can't get them. Okay. So total, and I'm going to go over like my checklist and just, again, some of my do's and don'ts here in just a minute. So total, I have like everything. I don't have the fancy typed out like list. You guys can get that. And I do have that on like the craft fair checklist to have an inventory list. But I'm pretty good at remembering what I had. Oh, and when you do the inventory list, if you forget to inventory stuff, take a picture so you have that, so you can count stuff up. That's what I did because I forgot my list. And so while I was setting up, I was like, oh shoot, I forgot to do that. So I just either took a picture of, let's see, where's this at? I am going to kill myself in here. I took a picture of this so I could count like the top, or I would lay out whatever I have and be like, okay, I have that in a photo and it's 4. And that's a really easy way to see what you had in inventory. Unless you go and add stuff in like I did. Then you're just poo-poo out of luck. Okay. So I always do like a checklist. You guys can't really see this, I'm sure. But I'm just trying to put it up here so you guys can like pause, take a snip if you wanted to. This is just for me. This is my checklist. Yours might look different. So, and there was things that like, I still forgot. What did I forget? Oh no, I thought I forgot my pokey tools. I thought I ran out of my my black chalk like price what the heck are they called? Tints. I really thought, I was like, wow, I barely have it. I'm gonna have to order more. I found them towards the end of the day in my black bag at the bottom. They blended in with the bottom and I couldn't see it. So that's why when you look at my craft fair video, I have some things written, like prices written out on white paper, because I also bring extra paper. I'll go through like my list, but I bring extra paper in case that happens or I need to make a note, whatever. But I have down, like for me, my money box for my cash and your cash. If you do like an apple square, make sure you have that. Tiffany's always going to have some snacks and a drink or your lunch. I have on here a charger for my phone, and then it's like, you know, the things to set up. So it could be tables. If some places provide tables, but what I have found, some places charge you for tables. This place didn't charge for tables, which was nice. So I took their tables, yes, but the place before charged per table. So I was like, heck no, I have my own. Why would I waste money on tables and chairs? So make sure you find out that information. And then I have my tablecloths. If I need to bring my own chairs, I always bring seat cushions. And then these are just some staple things that I like to bring. They're clips for, like, I put up, like, you know, lights in my tent area. Scissors, tape runner, glue, string, and like a pin. I do this, especially having paper products. If something, like, say that Post-it like fell apart, I can put it back together and no one knows the difference. So I like to have those things with me at all times. And I like to have a small, like collapsible table that I got off of Amazon that I put like my money box on, and you know, just for drinks, what have you. And then just extra paper, like I said, for pricing or whatever pricing system you do, I would bring extra. Bring a sign or signs. Like for me, I have the Let's Get Scrappy sign. Eventually I will get like a backdrop that if I don't want to put up my tent, I could do my backdrop and it has it already built in, or it could be on my tablecloths. And then I have my tent, my wagon. I just gotta say, and this is only because I was in the hospital with my son for so long that I had this wagon from Amazon. But when we first started doing the craft shows, there was, from what I remembered, like, I don't remember anybody with a wagon. And now everybody has a wagon because they're amazing. And again, I only had them because at the hospital, when you go grocery shopping, you had to like bring it all. So I had this wagon and I love the wagon. I can haul all my stuff. I don't need anybody's help. You can get a large one, what have you. I think I said extension cord, but that's if you have power. This I put on here for me to see if I can find like a light that would work in case I'm in a dark corner again. And then I have my own shopping bags. So I have like a little kit, and then business cards, and what is it? Oh, the shelving unit, the crates, the bins, the rug with rug tape. So it really just depends on what your setup is, what you like. Create a to-do list, and then you'll know, like, if this is like your first craft fair, you'll know what really needs to be on the to-do list or not be on the to-do list or the checklist. And then just some extra things. Like this time I wanted to decorate for Christmas, so I brought my little Christmas tree with the little Christmas tree like rug and just some things to make it look cute. And then I got, you know, the lights from Michael's with the tinsel on it, whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called, but it was garland and they were battery operated, so I needed to make sure I had batteries for that. And then just like if you want to do a mock setup, and I suggest everyone does a mock setup. It does help you, even if you change it when you get there, Tiffany. I just changed it a little bit, not a lot, but it gives you an idea of how you want to. You could draw it out, but I suggest, even if you don't have space to do like if you don't have tables and don't want to like set it up, just on the carpet. Look at if you're going to have a 3 by 6 foot table, which you should always know what size your table is going to be. Just kind of lay the things out and see if it works. So just tip for you, I would definitely do a mock setup. It helps you stay organized. It helps you to see, you know, what you need to get or don't need to get. I think I'm going to do a video. It'll be after Thanksgiving because I am already like, I don't know where the time goes. But I have so many videos to do. I have to clean this craft room before my kiddos come over for Thanksgiving. And you guys know, like, I have to do all the cooking. I hate it. I don't want to. And they can't cook. So that's me. I am not thankful for cooking. I am thankful for having my family over and them enjoying the food that I cook. I know, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. But so I was thinking, because a lot of you have asked about like fixturing and sizing of the fixtures that I use. So I was going to do a video just on the fixturing. I started putting some of the links from Amazon in the videos, but I thought that could be helpful for ideas for you, you know, going forward. And then just some tips adding on to what we've already talked about, which I'm just going to reiterate some things just so it's fresh. Move things around. If something is not selling, move it to the front. See if it works. If it doesn't work, it might be a dud for that event, but try it at another event. And I would say if you're doing multiple craft fairs and you've tried 3 times, something's not working, it's not going to work. So that would just be my thing. But I think you have to try it different times to see, instead of just throwing your hands in the air and saying, oh my gosh, I give up. And if you're doing craft shows, it's not, you guys, these are not easy. They're not like easy money makers. I don't suggest doing it trying. I don't want to discourage anyone, but I just don't want anyone to like go broke buying all of like the socks and then you don't sell any. You know, test the waters. Find out first. However you have to do it. Do not put yourself in a bind. That's all I could say. Make sure that you have Tiffany price signs on everything ready to go. And then the signs that give the content of what is inside a bag versus a box. And I might even try like some of like the hand sanitizer bags. Maybe I put a couple in like the candy like type boxes. That might look cuter. I don't know. We might try it. And then let's see. Oh, do things that, for example, like my shadow box ornaments, people don't know that they open on the back. So we were all just talking because someone was looking at it and they didn't know it opened. And so, you know, putting a sign saying open me, or showing it opened, or like your mini albums, showing a photo, like as an example, inside the mini album would be a good thing. Again, these are do as I say, not as I do moments. Like when I started my career, that's what my boss would tell me. Do as I say, not as I do. And it was the best advice she ever gave me. So, we talked about the less is more, in the sense of not being so overwhelming, like just craziness going on. And then what I want you guys to think about, and I always taught this because I did 1,000 events for Macy's, is think about the workload. I go over the top. I'm insane and I just can't help it. I try to get better each show, but do not bring a ton of extra stuff if you do not have the help to set it up. Think about like the easiest way to transport your items, because you have to, you know, pack them up at your house, then put them in the car, then pack them into the place that you're like going, and then unpack them at the place that you're at, etc. So for example, like me, I used to do a lot of the smaller, I don't have any in here, the smaller containers, but I decided this time, no, I'm gonna go get a few, which I think I got 4 large, I don't even know, like, you know, the big storage bins from Target. And I put like one of them, no, 2 of them were almost full with the candy boxes. And I got it down to 1. But that was way easier to transport. But I do still like to have some smaller ones to fill up the little holes in my car, because you can't always have, you know, the big ones everywhere. So that's just, again, I'm just rambling, but I hope some of this helps you guys. But I think you really have to just think about, like, what is the workload? How many people do you have helping you? If you have a lot of people, like your husband, your kids, great. You go for it. You do all the things. Otherwise, how can you make it really simple? And I say after every event, there's always going to be things that go wrong or that we forget or whatever. But just learn from the event and don't do those same things the next time. That's, you know, the easiest like way to improve, but just to keep reevaluating, you know, like your setup or what have you. And speaking of that, when we're talking like the fixtures, and talking about, do not be crazy like Tiffany when you see her doing the hauls from Dollar Tree and all of that, like for these things, unless you can. So I like to have, I have this size, I have the oval ones, I have gold fixtures, I have teal fixtures, I have the red like Santa fixtures, like the red ones I'm not going to use during the springtime. So I just like to have some options. But again, if you don't have the means or don't want to, don't do it. Find things you have in your house, try to group like things together, or you could help. I mean, okay, let's just back up here. You guys, you could just use a shoebox if you wanted to. And how much paper do we all have that we could decorate the shoebox to any style you want? So I just want to put that out there. You don't have to have an amazing craft fair by going and buying all this stuff and going poor. Don't do that. Do it over time. Get like a little bit each time, and then you'll have a little, like I call event kits, because that's what I did at Macy's. I would make sure each store had an event kit eventually, because we were on a budget too. And then you were able to have something, you know, after some time went by, to be able to pop things out, set up, all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Let me give you guys the total breakdown. So I think I covered everything. If I did not, feel free to ask questions. You guys, I'm way behind on all the comments. I see stuff coming in and I'm trying to get to them, but they're just coming in so fast because I just love you guys so much. You guys comment and I love it. And I love, again, I always say, read the comments. You can learn stuff from each other because people are putting things in that they do or what they've tried that are like great ideas. But make sure, nope, what was I trying to say? It is gone. It was there and now it's gone. I'm not joking. There's nothing in there. I don't know what I was even gonna say. Yep. Nope, nothing's coming. Oh, the total. I think it was a total. Okay, so my fee was, it was $75 or $77, and the total that I made was $453. So I'm just gonna say the fee was $77, and so I came out of that event at $376. Now, that sounds like a lot of money, yes, but you guys see, like, I spend stuff to be able to make stuff. Luckily, I made back like the money for the socks, the candy, the pads, but not all, because obviously like some of the Post-its I still have that are going to be for future. So that's why I do a breakdown. So if I, you know, got 3 notepads at $1.25, I'm going to divide that by 3. And that's the price of 1 pad every time I make, you know, a thing. That's why I know, like, this is, you know, not even $1 to make this, but I'm selling it either for $2.50 or $3. So it really just depends. Some people in the comments said, you know, double whatever it costs you to make something, which is normal for retail. Wholesale is usually, you know, or cost is usually 50% of whatever you see the retail. In some cases, sometimes they get deals, but so I just want to make sure when you're trying this, if you're going to try it, I don't want you to be cray-cray like Tiff, because a lot of this stuff I collect over time and I'm just crazy. So there you go. But I will be back. I will let you guys know if there's something I missed, ask in the comments. But I will let you guys know how the December 9th, and it's at, what is it called? Village Green Retirement Center, I think, in Federal Way, Washington. So, and it's from 10 to 2, but that one's going to be totally different because I will only have 1 8-foot table, which normally I have 2 6-foot tables plus a 4-foot table plus my 2 shelving units that give me linear. And I'm going to try. I asked the person if I could bring that. He hasn't responded, so I'm pretty sure he's just like sick of me and doesn't want to like answer my question. I'm going to bring it anyways and try to sneak it in. because I want those candy boxes on that shelf unit. Otherwise, I'll have a plan B and we'll see how it goes. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you can, and if you stayed on this long, which I'm sure most have not, if you go to comment and the hype button comes up, if you guys can click that hype button for me, that would be great. And if you do and still want to comment, but you're confused as to why it looks like you can't, just slide that hype over to, I think it's to the right, or you slide to the left to get back to the comments. And then if you guys can give my video a thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you guys so much for watching. And sorry I didn't get this out when I wanted to, but you know, yep, just stuff. Just stuff. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving or just day off or just the great rest of the week. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.